Hi everyone and welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to talk about where we were born. We will first listen to the model dialogue and afterwards we will explain all the expressions in detail. Where were you born? I was born in London. How about you? I was born in Brighton, but I grew up in Australia. Okay, first to ask someone about their birthplace, we can ask, where were you born? Where were you born? The word born is the past participle of the verb to bear, which means to give birth. So this question is about the birthplace of the other person. Let's practice asking this question. Where were you born? Where were you born? That was great, well done. Let's take a look at how we can answer this question. I was born in London. I was born in London. To say the place you were born in, you can say I was born and then use the preposition in to say the place you were born in. In this sentence, we've said the name of the city London, but you can also say the town or the country you were born in. Here are a few more example sentences. I was born in Sydney. I was born in India. I was born in Windsor. Okay, so let's practice these sentences. I was born in London. I was born in Sydney. I was born in India. I was born in Windsor. That was great, well done. Now, we've already learned two ways to return the same question to the other person in the beginner level, and one of them was, how about you? After we have answered someone's question, we can return the same question back by asking, how about you? Let's practice this question. How about you? How about you? That was great, well done. Let's now take a look at how we can expand our sentence and say where we grew up. I was born in Brighton, but I grew up in Australia. I was born in Brighton, but I grew up in Australia. The first part of this sentence is the same as the earlier sentence. After this part, we use the conjunction but to show a contrasting idea. And this contrasting idea is that my birthplace and the place I grew up in are different. The phrasal verb grow up means to change from a baby or a young child to a bigger child or adult. So after saying where we were born in, we can say I got older in another place. To state the place you grew up in, we use the past tense of the grow up, grew up, and then use the preposition in to say where I grew up. In this sentence, the person grew up in Australia. Here are a few other example sentences. I was born in Singapore, but I grew up in China. I was born in Hong Kong, but I grew up in France. I was born in Mumbai, but I grew up in London. Okay, so let's now do a speaking practice of these sentences. I was born in Brighton, but I grew up in Australia. I was born in Singapore, but I grew up in China. I was born in Hong Kong, but I grew up in France. I was born in Mumbai, but I grew up in London. Excellent job, well done. Let's listen to the whole dialogue again. Where were you born? I was born in London. How about you? I was born in Brighton, but I grew up in Australia. Okay, so let's do a speaking practice of this dialogue. We will again do two speaking practices so that you can practice both roles. All the lines will be on the screen, so when it's your turn, please read the line and participate in the dialogue. Okay, so let's begin. Where were you born? I was born in Brighton, but I grew up in Australia. I was born in London. How about you? Fantastic effort today. Well done. Okay, so in this lesson, we learned useful expressions we can use to talk about where we were born and also where we grew up. The next lesson is the speaking drill lesson, and I will see you soon again in the lesson after that. Bye bye.